I'm Diana.
Hi, Diana.
Yeah.
It was so funny because she was posting on Facebook, well, we're in Niagara Falls, and we're in Niagara Falls.
Then it says we're in Hershey, Pennsylvania.
Now, you were I didn't go to Hershey. We went to
Oh, you missed it.
Oh, I know.
That was one of my favorite places.
Yeah.
Really? Oh, yeah.
Did you smell the chocolate?
We ate the chocolate.
No more Hershey, Pennsylvania.
Hershey was wonderful. Washington, D.C., I needed more time.
Yes, you know, one day.
It takes 4 hours to do anything in Washington,
Yes.
Oh, my
D.C.
God.
I lived here for 5 years.
You
It
did?
it wasn't enough time.
Like, and there was like 4 or 5 of the monuments that were closed for
Yeah,
construction.
different things.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, road construction. Did you see any road
Oh, my
construction?
gosh. Well, they wouldn't let us go into the cemetery because, the Arlington, because of our dogs. We had a little dog.
Oh.
And we said, even if I stayed with them here and my husband, no.
We didn't try to go there.
Oh, you couldn't even.
And then we actually took a picture of our GPS. I made her take a picture of the GPS in Dallas.
You know, it shows where the roads are.
It looked like spaghetti. It looked like spaghetti on the screen.
And it was so confusing that our GPS lady was confused. The roads are like this on the GPS, and she says, you know, in 1/4 mile, turn left. And so Bill's all, Bill, go around the left hand. We finally get over there, and there's our turn.
And it says-
She did pretty good, though.
She did. She did.
We never would have made it without.
Did you guys learn anything in the last 4 or 5 hours?
Yes.
Did you learn anything at all?
Yes.
Tell me something that you learned.
Keep your feet flat on the floor. Back is gonna sit.
That sounded pretty good for the posture you chose, right?
Yeah.
I didn't know you could sound like that with your feet under the chair and your back.
Yeah, remember when he said that?
I listened to him on the tapes.
Yes.
One thing that you probably learned from both of them, I hope you got a large dose, and will continue to have that large dose, is about the breathing, expanding the ribs here, and keeping everything forward, keeping everything up here. As I listen to the tapes, well, it's hard because the thing is always right next to somebody, and so it throws things off. But pretty much everything I listen to is, get it up here, sing it brighter, because we're sounding flat, so we gotta keep the sound up here, keep the breathing, keep the ribs expanded, and we'll get it. By next April,
Now,
So, Dad was really good about demonstrating that too, even in the tenor range.
yeah, he can sing.
Yeah, it was just amazing.
Well, both of them can sing all 4 parts, even in your range, but those are probably, you can go anywhere in the United States and try and find 2 guest directors to come in. You wouldn't find better ones than those 2. They're absolutely both extremely brilliant. You should hear Dan play the piano. He also plays organ at his church.
oh my
He
gosh.
played all four
gosh.
parts at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's hard to do
it is.
because they're in the same octave.
Yes.
You know,
He
it's
did
in
it
the
just so like it was
It was like
nothing.
nothing, yeah.
Yeah, no, he's very talented, and they're both arrangers. They both can arrange music, so they both hear the chords, and they can tell you, well, that's a minor B flat 7th or a 7th quarter, or that's a 9th actually with a root expanded. I inverted root and what?
We no longer call them Chinese 7. No.
The Pacific
The Pacific Rim 7.
Rim.
Yeah.
Now, I can identify a Chinese 7th, because a Chinese 7th is always 2 notes right next to each other with 1 stem down and 1 stem up. And that's your Chinese 7th, and it's usually between the lead and the tenor, and the tenors need to be predominant.
Yes.
You need more tenor on
Call
the
that
Chinese 7th.
And they back off.
Yeah,
That's the real technical
yeah,
term.
Janet calls it a finert, yeah.
And that you always, that the tenors and the leads need to be equal.
Equal.
Yeah,
Equal sound.
a lot of
So
the time.
equal sound, so.
Yeah, a lot of the time.
Yep.
Until the tenors get high. When the tenors get high, then you just want to be real light. When you're right close with the lead, you want
Yes.
to be equal.
That's
Good.
right.
We picked up some vocal exercises in our travels, because we went to a few different
Yeah, we went
rehearsals.
to, I went to Skyline in Denver, because my baritone is in that course, and they're competing in St. Louis, so that was fun, I went with her. And then, when we went to City of Lakes,
Minnesota, we went to a couple things with theirs.
I've been there for 27 years. 37 years.
37.
I was there for 37 years. And so that was fun. We went, they had a Saturday coaching, so I went to the Saturday coaching and the Monday night rehearsal. So I got to go to 2 rehearsals. And then we went to Pride of Baltimore, who are hopefully rebuilding. They're looking for a director right now. And then we went to Richtown. And they're getting ready for their 50th anniversary. They're doing a show next weekend. Anyway, so that
And
was.
they're also competing in some
Yeah.
tours.
It's really cute because Dale coaches Scottsdale and Lori coaches Richtown. And so we've got a thing going back and forth, and they're gonna build some buttons or something, and it's gonna say, if not me, then you.
Oh.
To go between the two of us. And it goes for anybody. They don't even need to know it's Scottsdale and Richtown. It's just, and that's just the wonderful camaraderie of Sweet Alliance. You know, these people.
Yeah. If I don't win, I hope you do.
Yeah, it's good. So it was fun, but we're glad to be home.
Yeah. Very. So, you want to do some local?
Yep.
We know you just the dog.
You know, I talked about the dog for 5 weeks.
The dog. The dog was treated so well. I had our dog groomer came and stayed at our house for 10 days. The first 10 days we were gone. So she was familiar with the dog groomer, of course. And she actually used to live right next door to us, so we were comfortable with that. And then Kathy picked her up, because Kathy and Sherry all came to Minnesota.
Yeah.
So everybody was up in Minnesota. So then when Kathy got back to Minnesota, then she came down and took her up to their place. And she called one night about a week or so ago. She said, "Can you get to a computer where there's some FaceTime? Chelsea's really sad today." Her tail's down, and she's just, and then she sent us a picture of the dog, and the dog like,
So did you?
We called her up.
we talked to her on the phone.
Did it work?
I guess. She was fine. She's fine. And then Kathy and Sherry brought her down Friday.
Brought her down on Friday, and we were in the house, and she got there, jumped out of the car, came in. I think she just assumed that we would be there,
Yeah.
you know?
Well, she was on drugs too. So.
For the car ride.
The car ride, yeah. So,
Okay, so let's stand up and get our breathers working. So let's do some. 3, 7.
always with the ribs expanded.
Yeah, set the space.
Good. Can't do that. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Bend over and stretch out. Whee! Oh. Pedicure on Wednesday.
Oh.
Okay. So let's do the, Peggy Graham was actually at the weekend retreat for City of Lakes. And you know who Peggy Graham is. She does the Sing Baby Sing stuff with Dale Syverson. So she was their coach in Minnesota, and she does it was so interesting because it's kind of the same exercise that Deborah Lynn is teaching. It's the inhale for 4 counts, hold it for 4 counts, exhale for 4 counts. So let's do that.
Keeping this in the same place.
Yep.
Ribs expanded all the time.
So let's do that. Inhale, and so we want to have good posture. You can put it like one foot just slightly ahead of the other. Just really good posture. Ribs up. Take in 4 counts of breath. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Hold it.
Hold 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4. 1 into in. Hold 2, 3, 4. Out 2, 3, 4. 1, 3, 4. This time we're gonna go out for 8 counts. So you'll have to manage your air a little bit better,
We
okay?
try one more thing. One thing we work on down at Phoenix is only take 3/4 of a breath. Because if you get yourself all full of air and then sing, you go, and you just lost 30% of it, okay? When you sing the first note, you lost 30% of that air. So only take 3/4 of a breath to start.
Well, you have to take a big, all the way down breath. I used to take a shallow breath and then I would hyperventilate. And then I'd run out of air. So what I learned from Brent when working with the quartet last year was to get a good, relaxed, deep breath.
Yeah.
And you can get it just that quick. We're gonna do the inhale for 4 counts, hold for 4 counts, out for 8.
Exhale for 8. So
Okay,
manage
here we
your
go.
air. Manage your air.
So just get a good relaxed stance. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Out for 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Anybody having trouble with that? So.
12. You can do 12.
Yeah, actually,
12.
your mouth should be open.
It's almost like in Deborah Lynn's thing, and she says like do make it like an S sound, but really silent.
Yeah, do a little hissing sound.
Do
Yeah.
12.
I have
You
a
can do
question
12.
about that. So I remember in the past, years ago, doing a similar kind of exercise, when we get to the end, they'd say, okay, get rid of all your
Get rid of
air.
it?
So do we do that with this exercise?
don't
No,
think so.
I want you to be rid of it by the end of the 8. This is how
Okay.
you're managing your air.
Okay,
So we're not holding it until the very end.
Okay.
I've done that exercise too.
Okay.
No, this is managing it, so, because you want to use it. What happens so often is that we don't use all of our air, then we don't get a nice big breath. Because if you don't use it all, you get that, that's when you get that stacking.
Stack it up, yeah.
So I know that the shh gets it all out, but we need to be able to do that with just the numbers.
We used to do what they call the hook breath, where you
Yeah.
and then hook up another breath. If you've got all this stuff done correctly, you don't have to do the hook breath.
Okay.
And you can take littler breaths in the song. If you've got all this set, you can go 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and you can just keep going all day long, and you can keep singing and singing, and you take a little tiny breath like that, and you keep going. So if you keep all of this set, that breath is much quicker, and it'll help us with tempo. It'll help us be in sync if we take those quick breaths.
Okay, so 4, in 4, hold for 4, out for
12.
12. Okay, here we go. In for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. How'd you do?
Great.
Okay.
Plenty of that. Plenty
So
of
the next thing I want to talk about, this needs to just be the way we always present ourselves. Every time we take a breath, that these cheeks go up. Because I don't want to see 1, 2.
that.
Because this is what it sounds like. 1, 2, 3. I'd rather 1, 2, 3. So even just speaking, it sounds so much brighter if the cheeks are up. And it should be with every exercise we do, okay? So let's do this 4, 4, 12. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, did you hear me have to switch gears? Yeah.
Slow it down.
Well, I had to switch gears to firm up this to have enough air at the end. So, yeah.
So
that's-
use your other cheeks too.
That's right.
Right. Okay, 2 more, and then we'll, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, hold. 2, 3, 4, out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. All right. Let's go use our mouse.
Just always sing, always sing. First thing, second.
yeah, so what Peggy Graham was talking about, she says in an uptune especially, which we've been working on uptunes, we take shallow breaths. And she doesn't want, she says you need to get a full breath because that's where you have your good quality singing. It sets you up if you take that full breath. So you use all your air, get a nice big full breath for the next phrase. Keep the rib, and she talks about keeping the ribs up and out. And to practice moving, if you practice moving your muscles in and out, I can do that while I'm talking. See? And we should be able to do that while we talk, because it's just getting those muscles to work independently from anything else. Okay? So if we continue to do that, that'll get those muscles going, okay? She talked about that. It's so fun to hear just a different way of saying it.
Yeah.
Oh, she says, when you're in the car, you're sitting at a light, put your hands on the steering wheel, and you can work those intercostal muscles in and out without breathing. You're holding onto the steering wheel. Just work those muscles in and out. And with a happy face. And the guy next door won't know what to do. Okay, so here we go. Let's do this. I'll do a demonstration and you mimic what I've done. Ba-bo, ba-ba.
Ba-bo, ba-ba.
Yeah, ba-ba-ba-ba. I don't have ba-bo. Ba-ba,
Aha.
ba-ba. Ba-ba, ba-ba. I'll do it. Yeah, I'll do it and then you'll do it, okay? Ba-ba, ba-ba.
Ba-ba, ba-ba.
Okay, so we don't want any, did you see that I didn't do ba-ba, ba-ba? It's just loose. Ba-ba, ba-ba.
Ba-ba,
Ba-ba, ba-ba. Okay, so what it's doing is getting your space, but then letting this be free and easy. Ba-ba, ba-ba.
ba-ba, ba-ba.
Just let that go. Ba-ba, ba-ba.
Ba-ba, ba-ba.
There you go. Because we don't want to manage that jaw. That's when we get tension in our singing. We don't want to manage that jaw.
It's
Okay?
hard to lift this on ba unless you use your eyes. Use your eyes to lift this up.
Okay. Then she goes on to get the sound up in your mask. V, 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 V. Now make sure you get a good breath. Just go V, 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 V. The faces look pretty good. What she doesn't want is V, 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 V. She says bring the lower lip up to the top lip. V, 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 V. Okay, that looks good. V, 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 V.
Which one are you doing?
No, that isn't the one I wanted to do. Okay, so she's doing,
Dan uses me for an example a lot down at Phoenix because he likes to see lots of teeth. Does he not? He wants to see those teeth because he knows you're lifting.
oh, shoot.
Not, oh, shoot.
Oh, shoot. Let me play this. I've got it on here because I really like this one. And I didn't write down the
Did you
pitch.
forget how to do it? That way.
No, not that one. This is the one that we didn't do.
Oh, she really likes it.
I really liked it. Player, and it was the.
Is this a new Sing Baby Sing that they've done?
It might be. Might be this SOS.
There might be in the.
Here's that Dallas problem. And that's the one we're working on.